The 49ers never fail to give me all the reasons to like them and also give me all the reasons to fall to my knees and never want to get up and then buy a shotgun and aim it directly at my tin cans that I keep in my backyard to blow off steam when we blow a 10-point lead. I mean, that's just Niner shit. If you've been a fan for long enough, you know what the top of the world feels like, and you're also just as familiar with rock bottom. Since the Super Bowl, San Francisco has been making moves that make me have even more hope for this year than last year. Ironically, we are a better team on paper than we were last year. I sure didn't think that was possible, and the one guy that immediately stands out is Ricky Pearsall. The former Gator just made our offense even more unstoppable. People are talking about Brandon Ayuk being on the move. I'm not buying it. People are saying Deebo Samuel might be gone. I'm not buying it. I don't feed into those kind of rumors. If I don't think what's being said is truthful, or if it's being said by more secondary sources than primary sources, I'm not biting on the report. Let's say for the sake of this video, we have all of our guys during week 1. Well, fireworks are going to be going off and Levi's will be getting even louder because there's just one more guy who's going to be making people miss and scoring touchdowns. The thing that Ricky Pearsall does so well, and the reason why Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch picked him, is because he doesn't get lost in space with the ball and without the ball. Without the ball, he's running a route and he knows when and where to break and how to make a slight gap between him and the guy covering him, which is a world of difference compared to most receivers, and not to mention he's probably the fastest receiver the 49ers have now. San Francisco's best natural wide receiver is Brandon Ayuk because of this exact trait. He doesn't take any false steps, and he's an excellent route runner. Someone like Deebo Samuel, on the other hand, is more of an athlete who can turn a slant into a 50-yard gain while breaking 5 tackles. He can still run great routes, but has more trouble getting open than Brandon Ayuk does. You can see in the Super Bowl, Trent McDuffie and company pretty much locked him up. It sucks to say because I love Deebo, and I know he could have done better if he tried a little harder. But credit where credit is due, the guy is a baller. In this case, Ricky Pearsall is like another Brandon Ayuk. Funny enough, they were once teammates in 2019 at Arizona State, and given that Brandon had already been in college for a while and was already a pretty polished route runner for his age, I wouldn't be surprised if he gave Ricky some pointers. So here's a really good example of what makes Ricky Pearsall a deadly weapon. Pearsall is someone who already has a good idea of how he's going to run a route before the play even starts, and that shows here. In the beginning, he's going to stem his route a bit to the outside instead of just going straight upfield, which is what a lot of great receivers do in their sleep on routes like these. I don't know what their scheme is at Florida, so I'm not going to pretend like I know what the play is. It could be a cop route, which is a corner post, or just a regular post, and he decided to hit him with that little nasty move. Outside of the great move and smooth feet, look at how he carries himself up the field and less across the field once he makes the break on the route. If you know anything about zone coverage, you know holes aren't open for long, and eventually someone's closing in on you, and the safety here would take his head off if he went too horizontal. Once again, that could be the call on the play sheet, or that could be Pearsall saying, hey, you know, I gotta get skinny here, or else I'm probably not making it across the goal line. Second thing I want to point out here is his versatility. Here, Florida's going to use him on a play the 49ers love to run with Deebo Samuel, a little misdirection end around, and you see the speed here. He has 40-yard dash speed and in-game speed. This gives the 49ers so many more options with play calls because they can line up yet another great playmaker anywhere they want. Shanahan knows how much this can unlock for their offense and how much it can make the players around him better as well. The third thing I want to point out here is his hands. Pearsall is just a reliable receiver all around, on the same page with his quarterback, and he has great hands. First off, insane catch here. The body control, the ball tracking is elite, to say the least. I genuinely have no idea how he caught this. This is like Willie Mays or like Deshaun Jackson. That's what it reminds me of. You pay attention to Pearsall's tape enough, you see how much of a hands catcher he is, and coaches and offensive coordinators love that shit because one of the first things you're taught in middle school and high school is to catch with your hands, not your body. And I do want to point out that one of the things about George Kittle that I feel like, not saying this is exactly why, but maybe why Shanahan seems to shy away from throwing the ball to him vertically a lot, is because Kittle catches with his body. Almost every time it's not a short or intermediate route, he's using his chest. It's not the worst thing because, I mean, he's still an elite tight end in every way, and he can make plays down the field. But if he had hands like Kelce, or if he at least used his hands like Kelce, where it just seems like to stick to his gloves, I feel like his numbers would be a bit better. But that's just how George is. He's just kind of a body catcher. It's just his natural thing that works for him. You can see Pearsall uses his body to use his hands like a true pro. His body control is why he doesn't have to use his body and chest to secure a catch, and that is going to benefit him tremendously in the NFL. I think our biggest mystery on the depth chart is our receivers. We have a lot of guys. Quality Time just got back. What's up, Trent Taylor? Ronnie Bell showed a lot of promise in his rookie year. Conley made some big plays during the playoffs. We brought in another versatile rookie playmaker in Jacob Cowing, and we still have JJ. I think in terms of top 4 options, we have one of the best, if not the best, at the receiver position, with Debo, Ayuk, Pearsall, and Jawan. Not to mention CMC and Kittle as well. I think the top 2 players with the ball in their hands is pound for pound Debo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey. That goes for the entire league, not just on our team. I think they're that good, especially CMC. The things that they do cannot be replicated by anyone else. They truly are both one of one at their respective positions. I think Pearsall is his best in space as well. He isn't on Debo's level, but he is very tactical and explosive in space. So I know that we're going to have more options on offense now, but I can't wait to see what those options look like. Is Shanahan ready to let Purdy in the offense fully loose? Are we going to see Debo, Ayuk, and Pearsall all go deep like they never have before? It's a question that remains unanswered. This offense has the potential of the 07 Patriots and the 2013 Broncos. I'll always love Kyle, but man, sometimes I wish he went full Bruce Arians for a year and gave the offense that vertical prowess. We're a very rhythmic offense. It's built off scheme and timing. Every play has its purpose that may set up other plays for games in the future, and it's worked. It's given us a lot to be happy about. But I wonder if we'll see the 49ers offense like we've never seen it before. Pearsall is here. Ayuk and Debo are here. I don't know what the future holds, but I know that right now, as of right now, we are loaded. We have all the options in the world. We can drop 40, even 50 on any given Sunday. This is Shanahan's best offensive core he's had in his entire career. And that's saying a lot because he's had some pretty good offenses. And that's even the case for almost every player on both sides of the ball on our team. We have it all, but the one thing missing is that ring, that trophy. And it may sound like a reach, but our first round pick may just be the reason why we get it this year.